Hey, there's another video by PetRock, and today I'm working on my wife's '98 Ford Mustang, and today I'm adjusting the window. While her car is a convertible, this procedure also works for standard coupes. You want to do this procedure if, for example, when you close the door, it catches on the top of the convertible, or doesn't seal properly within this weather stripping, or isn't level up and down, or doesn't fit properly within the window frame. This can happen for many different reasons. For example, if you ever had to remove the window to replace it, or if you got a new convertible top, or if you were in an accident, for example, and somehow the frame got tweaked, or you had to replace the weather stripping. There's various reasons why you may need to do this. Because Mustangs don't have a full frame around their windows, it's just pretty much open, you have to adjust them to prevent them from going too high, front and back, as well as to make sure that the window is snug against the outer weather stripping. And brackets that are attached to the door frame, here and here, will hook into little hooks that are glued, pressed, whatever, onto the window itself, the window glass itself, helping prevent the window from getting pried or various other reasons. Here are the two front brackets. You got the stabilizer bracket here, and you got the bump stop bracket here. First thing you want to do is you want to loosen these two up completely so that they'll move. You want to do the same thing on the two on the back, right there and right there. Next you want to roll the window down so it's down a little ways. Next you want to climb into the driver's seat and close the door. Once the door is properly closed, you want to put the key in the ignition, set it to accessory, and roll the window up as far as it'll go. This is true with both power windows as well as manual windows. Now you push the stabilizer bracket towards the window and tighten it down. Do the same thing on the rear. Now you take the front bump stop and push it down until it comes in contact, and then tighten it down. You just want to snug it down. Now you do the same thing on the back. Now you get out of the car, opening the door first, of course, and now close the door. Then you check your fitment. In this case, the window is a little too high because it's actually hitting the top of the frame right here. So we need to readjust the bump stops down slightly so that the window doesn't come up so high in the back. The front, however, looks pretty good. It looks like the window just slid right into its groove. So now we lower the window a little bit and loosen this bolt slightly, making sure not to move it too much. We just want to lower it, I'd say about, in our case, maybe about 1/8 of an inch, and then retighten it. I'm keeping pressure on the bolt so that the bracket doesn't slide down too far. And then tighten it down. Now raise the window all the way up. And close the window again. Now if you look, the window is not hitting on the back anymore. It's closing nice and firm. The window isn't being pushed out by the weather stripping. So that side is nice and adjusted. Now when I look at the front, I notice the front is hitting on the top of the weather stripping. So I want to loosen the front bracket and lower it down about 1/8 of an inch. Same way as the back, I lower the window down a little bit. I loosen the bolt, making sure to not move it up and down. Now I slide it down slightly, about 1/8 of an inch, and tighten. Now I retest. Raise the window all the way up. Now you open a door, close the door a couple times. I'm literally holding the door open and just opening and closing. Keeping an eye on the weather stripping, making sure that it's seating nice and properly, and that the window is not clipping any of it and distorting the weather stripping. So as you can see now, the window is properly closing. And we now have a properly adjusted window. So now you want to torque the bolts down to between 89 and 123 inch-pounds. I like to take torque specs and cut them in half and use that value. It allows for any possible inaccuracy in my torque wrenches. So torque them down to about 106 inch-pounds, and you're pretty much done. Put the door panel back on and you're done. So I hope this video helped you out. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please leave them in the comments section below. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe. This is PetRock'sGarage.